Jay Bo here, back with you, founder of Living with Strength and Honor and the Warrior Rise Experience. Day 2 in this video sequence, and what we're talking about today is the body. Listen, your body is critical. Have you ever noticed that you can't do a damn thing without your body? You can't go to work. You can't run your business. You can't be a father. You can't be a husband without your body. If you don't take care of your body, it's going to give out on you. And then you can't play with your kids. You can't play with your grandkids. You can't enjoy any kind of hobbies or any kind of things you like to do. In fact, it could kill you. And then somebody else is living in your house, sleeping with your wife, and raising your kids. That's just the reality. I know because I almost pulled that off. The way that I treated myself was so bad that I had what they call a widowmaker heart attack and should have died. The doctor told me there's like 30-40% survival rate with what I had. 100% blockage on this side and 95% blockage on that side. I should have died. It worked out for me that I didn't. And it wasn't from a lack of training. So understand, even if you work out, just that one piece alone is not good enough. Even if you don't work out but you eat well and you think you put all the right things in your body, not good enough. I worked out a ton and everybody complimented me on my body back then. The problem was I didn't have the full recipe, and here it is. It's very simple. You've got to have the right fuel, the right things going in your body. You've got to have the right fitness and training regimen, and you've got to have good recovery. So let's talk about those three pieces real quick, right? In terms of fuel, this is what you are putting in your body. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's 10,000 diets out there, right? And if you go researching on the internet, you'll find that this one says this, and this one says that's bullshit, it's like this, and this says that's bullshit, it's like this. It's confusing as hell. And I'm not about to tell you what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. What I'm going to challenge you to do is to shift your perspective on what goes in your body from entertainment to purpose, from a feeding frenzy to fuel. Now, before I get into this, just let me explain. I'm from South Louisiana, right? Food is an integral part of everything we do. In fact, we have events around food. Like we have a crawfish boil where the object of the event is to come over and eat your face full of boiled crawfish. Or we have a jambalaya cook. We have, food is a really central thing. I love to cook. I cook at least once a day for my family. I cook for my friends and my parents all the time. I'm not telling you you have to live a lifestyle where you never enjoy a meal. That's certainly not the case. I'm not going to live that way because, again, food is such an integral part of where I live, who I am, and the culture that I'm a part of. What I am telling you is that you can shift your relationship to food on a regular basis and stop seeing it only as entertainment, only as satisfying my taste buds, and look at it in the majority of the time as fuel. What am I fueling my body with? It doesn't matter if you say, well, I don't want to be this fit or that. Whatever. Fuck off with all that, right? You're already making excuses in your head, so stop making those excuses. You need to shift to where most of the times that you eat, you put shit in your mouth. The purpose is to fuel your body, and you need to start seeing it that way. For me, this is typically lunch, a green smoothie every day. I fast from 6 in the evening till noon several days a week because there's tremendous benefits in fasting. Most of the meals I have, I choose a paleo style of diet where I try to eat greens, lots of raw vegetables, and raw fruits. When I do cook those things, I try to cook fresh versus canned when I can. and lean meats, fish and poultry and lean red meats like that. Again, I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just telling you, you have to start looking at food as fuel rather than just making you happy and entertaining you. Making that shift will help you start to make some decisions that will power your life and give you energy and possibly avoid those gorging, pull up to the trough and stuff your face meals that all they do is produce lethargy, and your body has to shut down and focus a lot of energy on trying to process that food. And of course, you feel drained and tired. You don't have the energy. Not to mention your waist size, which is part two. In fitness and training your body, I just challenge you with this. Wherever you are in your body, that's where you get to start. And don't use where you are as an excuse not to move forward. If you're in relatively good shape now, I suggest you start to challenge yourself. Create some challenge that might push you through to the next level. This gives you purpose and why will to push through and push your body a little bit more. If you're a married person, even in a committed relationship, maybe you found out that just serving your ego is not working anymore. It's like many of you are not in good shape, but you were when you met your wife or your girlfriend. And the reason is you were driven by your ego. You wanted to look your best to attract the best mate. You were playing that game, which is fine. We've all done, especially as men, especially as younger men. And as soon as you latch on to one, right, like I got me one, you stop training because you go, well, why do I need to be attractive anymore? You lose your purpose. Whether you consciously thought it or not, that was your purpose for training. And as soon as you get all hooked up, you're like, hell, I don't know. Why do I need to keep honing the lure? I'm not fishing any longer. But the truth is that the reason to train your body is to condition it, to weaponize it, to be its most effective for you, to serve you rather than be a detriment and an obstacle in your life. If you're carrying around a bunch of extra pounds, you're not only taxing your heart more than you should and creating inflammation in your veins, which can lead to blocked arteries, which will have to be stented if you survive the heart attack. But you're also full of lethargy. You're carrying around extra weight. It's extra work, and you probably feel really shitty about it. So from a fitness standpoint, you just start wherever you're at. If you've been couch potatoing the damn thing for a long time, it's okay. Just start moving. Make it simple. Don't decide, well, I'm going to run a marathon. Fuck off. Get off the couch. Walk a mile. Every day. Every day. The key to training your body is that you don't take days off at all. You want to move your body every day. I'm not saying you go hard as hell and you completely exhaust yourself every day, because we're going to talk about that in terms of recovery. What I'm suggesting is that you move your body every day. You get your body conditioned to knowing we're going to move, we're going to be active every day, especially if you have a desk job. Or like myself, I run 2 companies that are mine. I spend a lot of time sitting or standing just like this in my studio or at my desk, or sitting at customers' offices. So I train a lot. I train between 1 and 3 hours every day. On rest days, I might go run a mile and do some stretching, but I move my body every day. I've conditioned my body to know this is how we operate. In fact, when I don't do that, like last week on vacation when I missed 3 or 4 days, man, I started to feel tired. I was down. I was uninterested. I had a little edge about me. I've conditioned my body to do that. And because of that, I'm in the best shape of my life at 54 years old. compared to my 40s and 30s. The final piece is recovery. Now, one of the big mistakes I used to make is I had the old axiom, push through, push through, push through, push through. So I even trained on days I felt like shit. I used to drink too damn much. I drank 3 or 4 nights a week. I got hammered at least one night a week, and I would still get up in the morning with guilt and shame and go to the gym and work my ass off. Sweat it out. Horrible idea. Never giving my body a chance to recover, not only from the workouts, but from the shit I was putting in it. But the more you train, the more you need to let your muscles recover and grow. I mean, that's the process, right? It's a stress and a tearing of muscle, and then it grows back stronger, bigger, harder, with greater endurance, and the same process over and over and over. If you don't give it time to recover, it never gets to heal. If it doesn't heal, it's not growing. You're just going to end up hurting yourself and damaging yourself, or doing like I did, damaging your heart in a major kind of way. So that's the 3 parts of the body that you need to focus on. You need to focus on fuel, what you put in it, your training, and your recovery. So if you made a commitment, starting out with the body, that says, I'm going to train every day. I'm going to shift my focus on what I put in my body to see everything as fuel. And if it's not fueling me, I'll make a different choice. Again, not every meal. I'm not saying never have a cocktail. I'm not saying never enjoy a great meal with your family or whatever, right? What I'm saying is see most of them like that, but change your perspective on every meal that says fuel and recovery. Allow yourself some time. Get good sleep. Don't try to run your business and your life and everything on 4 or 5 hours sleep per night. That's the 80s way of looking at things. That's 30 years ago, 40 years ago technology and thinking. Give your body a chance to rest. Go to sleep at the same time. Use the same systems and habits. Get into the routine of going to sleep at the same time, waking up at the same time every day. You'll be amazed how much more restful you'll feel going forward. That's what I got for you today. Consider those thoughts. Make your notes in a journal. Do the assignment that's attached for this. And I'll see you again next time. We'll talk about being your spirituality. Take care. Have an amazing day, and strength and honor